Hi everyone, welcome to this short video on practice boosting tips. Now, you can choose. Do you want to enjoy your practicing? Do you want to get results? Do you want to use your time efficiently? And do you want to feel motivated and inspired? Well, my answer is yes to all of those. Is yours? So I'm going to give you 3 tips today, which can really boost your practicing. The first one is to have a plan. The second one is to be aware of the right kinds of repetition. And the third one is to be aware. First of all, it is essential to have a plan. The what, the why, and the how. This has a lot to do with your goals. What do you want to practice? Why do you want to practice it? And how do you want to practice it? So firstly, what? Choose a section, a page, a piece, a technical exercise. And this is connected to your goal. What is that goal? You might have a short-term goal for the week. You might have a very immediate goal for this practice session. And you might have quite a long-term goal for the whole year. Ask yourself, what do you want to improve and get right? Also, you need to think about why you want to practice it. So here it's necessary to identify what you find challenging and to really figure out the cause for those little problems. And then how are you going to practice it? Here you need to figure out and choose appropriate way or ways to accomplish what you want, to overcome your challenges and to gradually improve. The second tip today has to do with the right kinds of repetition. So you have heard about practicing slowly, I'm sure. Well, I'm going to tell you again, it's important to practice slowly. And it's actually even important to practice even slower than that. You need to be patient. You need to have time to think about what you're doing, to reflect on it, to choose, to evaluate, and to practice at the speed of no mistakes, then only to gradually go faster. You need to also take breaks to refresh your mind and your body. Using a metronome is essential, and using a metronome properly. Don't just put it on and ignore it. Really pay attention to the metronome and use it strategically. Different rhythms are fantastic for practicing tricky passage work. They really develop our technique. Then there's another important thing that gets forgotten sometimes. Always aim for a beautiful sound. Play expressively with character, even when you're practicing technical exercises, even when you're repeating something for perhaps technical reasons. We need to always play expressively and listen to the sound. That leads me to the word listen. Listen and listen some more. We need to develop our listening as musicians. And skillful practicing involves very tuned in listening. Then, we're like athletes. We need to practice regularly every day. We can't cram suddenly at the last minute. It just doesn't work. Now, just remember that whatever you repeat, you will learn. So make sure that you repeat it the way you really want it to sound. Also, there's a fantastic quote by Philip Johnston, which goes like this: repetition was never designed to fix problems. It takes what you're doing, good or bad, and locks it in. The third tip I'm going to mention is to be aware. And you might wonder, what on earth do I mean? Well, we can repeat something over and over again completely mindlessly, or we can repeat something being really aware of what we're doing. And another word for that is mindful. What were you aware of while you were playing or singing? Were you listening? What did you notice? Were you detached or were you engaged and very intentional about what you were doing? Were you aware of your body, staying comfortable and free? What about your creativity, your expression? Were you having fun experimenting with creativity and expression and musical communication? What about your confidence levels and your attitude to yourself? Were you maintaining a positive attitude to yourself, to your progress, and to your singing and playing? Were you acknowledging the things you did well and all your improvements, even the small ones? So here's a true fact for you. We know that enjoyment comes from achievement and speedy progress. And that comes from deep practicing with awareness. So to wrap up, we've looked at 3 tips today which can really boost your practicing. The first one is to have a plan. The second one is to be aware of the right kinds of repetition. And the third one is to really be aware. So now that's it from me, and I wish you all inspiring and productive practicing. Have fun and enjoy the music.